So I made an intro at home for this video, but it got corrupted and won't play or something like that. And so I'm making another one while I'm out. I've sorry been gone for so long. I was sick for a while and then I got my tongue pierced and I couldn't talk. So here I am making another video. I'm making a video about my my piercings and body modifications because basically people wanted to know about them and know pain levels and stuff. So here's the video. So I'm going to start off by telling you guys a bit of a funny story. I had one of my students come up to me during swimming lessons the other day, and she looks at me really concerned, and she's like, "Why do you have dots all over your face?" And it took a moment for me to understand that she was talking about my piercings, but I explained to her that they're just like earrings, they're jewelry, and that I like the way that they look, and that's why I have them. And then she got really, really serious, and she was like, "You're like the dot master." And I actually just couldn't handle it, and I burst out laughing. And now all of my friends are calling me the dot master. So I guess we'll talk about piercings and tattoos now. Okay, so I'm gonna try and keep this video as short as possible, but I do have 18 piercings and 4 tattoos, so it may run a little long. So bear with me. First off, my ears. I had these bottom holes done when I was 10. They're very low. If your ears are pierced that low, you should ask for your money back and get them redone. It's completely wrong. Next I had my second holes done, and then my first redone and third done. So again, these ones are not done correctly, so I am going to have to get them scalpeled. They're going to cut the skin between the first and second ones and make them into one larger stretched ear piercing. I'd say for pain levels, ear piercings are 1 out of 10. They are nothing. They don't hurt at all. And stretching your ears, if they're completely healed, if you've waited 2 weeks for the smaller sizes or up to like 2 months for the larger sizes, then it's really maybe a 3 out of 10 at most. It really doesn't hurt that badly. So I guess next I'm gonna go to my nose piercings. I had this one done when I was 16, and then I had this one done just maybe a month ago, just because I wanted the symmetry. They were maybe a 2, 3 out of 10. They were like a pinch. Easily the best healing. It took maybe 2 weeks to be fully healed, and then I changed the jewelry and it was no problem whatsoever. So next I had my septum done last year. It was a really easy piercing to heal, but it's always been really loose. So I keep putting larger sizes in it and it just stretches no problem. So I don't know, it's kind of annoying that it keeps getting larger and it never sits straight because it's always so loose. But again, the septum piercing, maybe like 3 out of 10. It was not painful at all. The one thing about any nose piercings is that your eyes water. You're not actually crying, but your eyes just like waterfall down your face. Next, I guess my angel bites. I had these done in last December. They were probably a 5 out of 10. They were a little bit painful. It was not too bad, but it is thicker, harder skin there. The healing, however, on them was really easy. It was, I'd say, about 4 weeks before they were fully healed. Next, my snake bites. I had these done 2 years ago, I think, or at least a year and a half ago. These ones did not hurt very much, maybe a 4 out of 10, but the healing process on them was brutal. I couldn't eat anything that was large, so it was either flat crackers or just drinks and soup and stuff, which was fine. I mean, I got them done in the winter, so it wasn't that much of a problem, but I mean, no hot dogs or anything. Next, my Venoms. I just had those done 4 weeks ago now. For the first week, I could not eat anything at all. Even ice cream sucked. It was really, really painful. I took really good care of them, and they're still not fully healed. I do get swelling and I get a lisp really badly sometimes if I've been talking a lot or if I've been eating things that are really difficult to chew. So pain level, I'd say Venoms were a 6 out of 10, but then during the healing process, that would have gone up to an 8 out of 10 because they were so painful when I was eating or talking. So Venoms definitely were not the easiest piercing. Okay, then my last piercing is my stomach. I got my belly button done when I was 14. I don't really remember how painful it was. It was really nothing, to be honest. The healing process was super easy. Just had to be careful not to catch it on anything because it is like an easy place to catch stuff on. So I guess now we'll move on to my tattoos. So I have 4 tattoos. My first one I got when I was 18, and it's actually in the middle of my back. It's a Harry Potter tattoo. A little cliche, but it's honestly my favorite tattoo still. It means a lot to me because Harry Potter has had a huge influence in my life. You may notice that I have an entire Harry Potter bedspread that I'm sitting on. So it's got significant meaning behind it. It's not just a fan tattoo. So then my next one was on my foot. Oh, this one's gonna be hard to show. So this one on my foot, I will put a picture up after. It is a buffalo skull with a tiger lily, wheat, and cattails. So the significance of that was that I grew up in the prairies of Canada, so it had just, I guess, meaning to me in that it was where I grew up, where I feel like I'm, I don't know, based out of. So the one on my foot was definitely really painful, and I mean I really should get touch-ups done on it, but I haven't yet because it's really painful and I'm kind of being a baby about it, and it's also really expensive. So I haven't got the touch-ups done on that one yet. The one on my back doesn't require any touch-ups, and actually it was really no pain at all. I'd say that the one on my back was probably like a 1 out of 10 at worst. I was laughing through most of it. It tickled pretty badly, actually. The one on my foot, I would have to put at like a 9 out of 10 for most of it. And then I guess onto my arms. So my arms, I got a bird and a tree. So I guess the main significance of these was that they were covering scars from self-harm. So it was a turning point in my life when I was kind of making a decision that I was not going to go down that route anymore. And so these do have a lot of meaning to me. The tree is kind of like a spooky tree. It's got pumpkins at the bottom. I am born on Halloween, so that's where the significance of that comes from. And I do plan on doing a Halloween-themed sleeve up that arm. The other one is just a bird sitting on the moon, and the significance of that is that it's a robin, which symbolizes rebirth and renewal, which was like my restarting. And then sitting on the moon was that if a bird can fly to the moon, then I can overcome anything. So these ones, I'd say pain levels were, on the scars, were probably at like an 8 out of 10. And then actually the farther they got from the wrist, so the closer they got to the elbow, they got less painful. So near my elbow was maybe like a 4 out of 10, but up close to the wrist was probably like a 7 out of 10 where it wasn't on scar tissue. So these ones weren't so bad. Definitely the foot was the worst. And I do plan on getting a lot more tattoos, so the pain obviously isn't that much of a deterrent. So that's my piercings, body modifications, tattoos. So hope you enjoyed it.